Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. So, I've got an update coming out from Israel to share with you guys. Last night, Israel was hit by a ballistic missile fired from the Houthis. This is video footage coming out from Tel Aviv as this missile that the Houthis are claiming was hypersonic directly struck a park. Okay, so this is like a children's park. I have a picture I can show you guys just a little bit as well. I understand this video is not the clearest as it was recorded at night, but we can see a massive hole here that was formed, a crater after this missile directly struck this park. So we're hearing that dozens of people have been injured in this attack last night. And this comes after we just recently had Israel launching major strikes in Yemen, hitting their power stations, oil depots, ports. A major operation just happened in the last week. Now we have the Houthis once again striking Israel. Okay, so apparently also Israel's air defense teams failed to intercept this incoming missile. I think multiple interceptors were heading up into the skies to take this thing down and were unable to intercept it. Okay, so very big news coming out from Israel today, and I think we're going to see another major response from Israel very soon, as so many people have been injured in this attack. And they're also calling for a coalition to come together and start engaging in major military operations against the Houthis. So I think the next conflict is going to be the Houthis and Israel when it comes to the Middle East. It looks like this is going to start happening here very soon, as tensions are definitely rising between Yemen and Israel right now. So I want to go over all this information. We even have some reports coming out that U.S. CENTCOM forces were launching strikes in Yemen again tonight, apparently targeting storage facilities and command and control centers inside of Yemen. So we'll talk about that as well. That information just coming out recently here in the last hour at the time that I record this. So let's go ahead and hop into this real quick on the BBC. I've actually got a couple reports that I want to show you guys with the details of this strike. Then we'll jump on over to X, and I've got some pictures and also some information over there to show you guys regarding CENTCOM attacking Yemen tonight, okay? So this says here, Houthi missile strike injures more than a dozen in Tel Aviv. This is coming out today, December 21st, 2024. A Houthi missile strike has injured more than a dozen people in Tel Aviv, Israel. The Israeli military said attempts to shoot down a projectile launched from Yemen had been unsuccessful, and it landed in a public park early on Saturday. So this happened at night. A Houthi military spokesman said that the group hit a military target using a hypersonic ballistic missile. The Houthis, an Iran-backed rebel group that controls northwestern Yemen, began attacking Israel and international shipping shortly after the start of the Gaza war in October 2023, saying they were acting in solidarity with Palestinians. Israel's military says about 400 missiles and drones have been launched at the country from Yemen since then, most of which have been shot down. After the missile strike early on Saturday, Megan David Adom, MDA, Israel's emergency medical service, said it treated 16 people who were mildly injured by glass shards from shattered windows in nearby buildings. Another 14 people suffered minor injuries on their way to protected areas, were also treated, it said. Earlier this week, Israel conducted a series of strikes against what it said were Houthi military targets, hitting ports as well as energy infrastructure in the Yemeni capital of Sana'a. Houthi-run Al Masirah TV reported that 9 people were killed in the port of Salif and the Ras Isa oil terminal. The Houthis have vowed to continue their attacks until the war in Gaza ends. Okay, so that's why the Houthis are attacking Israel and have been basically since Israel went into Gaza. We've discussed this before. And the Houthis are vowing to continue their attacks until the war in Gaza is over. Okay, so I've also got another report that I want to show you guys talking about the Houthis with this missile as well. So check this out from the Times of Israel. Houthis reportedly placed less explosive material, more fuel and missile that managed to evade interceptors. Okay, this might explain why the air defenses in Israel were not able to take it down. Channel 12 reports that the Houthis placed less explosive material and additional fuel in the ballistic missile launched last night for it to have a better chance of reaching Israel while evading detection. Israel launched several interceptors at the missile but failed to bring it down, resulting in 16 people wounded in the Tel Aviv area. Okay, so major attack here inside of Israel, and I believe it was only one missile that made it into to Tel Aviv. I'm not sure if others were fired and maybe brought down, but we're only hearing of one missile that was fired from Yemen directly striking in Tel Aviv, okay? So now we're going to hop on over to X. I got a few videos I can show you guys of the impact of this missile coming in and some other information. This is from Iran Observer. Breaking just now, a direct impact of a ballistic missile from Yemen on Tel Aviv. Okay, 5 seconds long. Take a look at this. Okay, I let that roll a couple times in case you guys missed it the first time. But it's very frightening, right? So somebody caught the actual impact of this missile coming in. I have a second one I can show you guys even more close up. Look at how fast that missile is flying. I mean, is it hypersonic? The Houthis are claiming that it is, but you can tell that thing definitely is flying very fast. So we'll go ahead and move on to another video here that I have for you guys from Joe Truzman. A close-up view of the Houthi ballistic missile that struck Tel Aviv overnight. 16 seconds long. Take a look at this. All right, so this one landing very close to this man. You can see the interceptors going up in the skies over here to try to intercept that incoming missile, and you can see them exploding. They failed to take it out, and here it comes. Direct impact inside of Tel Aviv. You could see the explosion from that and the shockwave coming from that thing. It completely scared this man and made his phone shake at the same time. So very scary incident over here inside of Tel Aviv. So that's the video footage coming out from the attack that happened last night. Okay, also from Mosin Defender, according to Khan News, after last night's Houthi ballistic missile attack on Tel Aviv, the Israel Defense Force is planning to step up attacks against western Yemen, with Israeli officials having contacted the United States and several other allies, attempting to establish a coalition for major military action against the Houthis. Okay, so we're not talking, a coalition like what we had down in the Red Sea to protect the shipping lanes. No, we're talking military action now, okay? So there could be more countries getting involved in direct attacks against the Houthis aside from Israel. But Israel is going to respond to this. I wouldn't be surprised very soon we see another major hit inside of Yemen, as they may carry out another operation striking targets down there. But it does look like this is going to be the next conflict that's going to break out. And this one's going to be very interesting because Israel is so far away, okay? They're like somewhere around, I want to say 2,000 kilometers away from Yemen. So, the fact they're so far away, how is Israel going to fight a war against Yemen and the Houthis? So it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen over here. And I wonder if the U.S. is going to get involved or what other countries, maybe France or Britain. We have no idea yet. But Israel looks like they're moving this direction to engage in direct military action against the Houthis. Okay, also this was coming out just in the last couple hours here from X as well, from open source intel. Breaking, the Houthis are threatening to strike the USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier. Okay, apparently there was a threat that we know the Harry Truman is currently operating down in I think it's in like the Indian Ocean or somewhere down there right now, very close to Yemen. And the Houthis are threatening to attack this thing. So that's a picture of it right there. And apparently this was one of the statements coming out on X that they were planning to go after the Harry Truman. Okay, so maybe that's why also the U.S. is now carrying out some airstrikes. I have some information on that. CENTCOM forces launching strikes in the capital of Sana'a. So for Mosin Defender, multiple strikes on several sites around the Yemeni capital of Sana'a by unknown aircraft, likely American. So this information was originally coming out prior to CENTCOM releasing some details that they did carry out a strike inside of Yemen, and this is the information right here. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM conducts airstrikes against Iran-backed Houthi missile storage and command and control facilities in Yemen. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM forces conducted precision airstrikes against a missile storage facility and a command and control facility operated by Iran-backed Houthis within Houthi-controlled territory in Sana'a, Yemen on December 1st, Yemen time. CENTCOM forces conducted the deliberate strikes to disrupt and degrade Houthi operations, such as attacks against U.S. Navy warships and merchant vessels in the southern Red Sea, Bab al-Mandeb Strait, and Gulf of Aden. During the operation, CENTCOM forces also shot down multiple Houthi one-way attack uncrewed aerial vehicles, or OWA UAVs, and an anti-ship cruise missile ASCM over the Red Sea. The operation involved U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy assets, including FA-18s. The strike reflects CENTCOM's ongoing commitment to protect U.S. and coalition personnel, regional partners, and international shipping. So we've got this video to show you guys that was released from CENTCOM forces down in the Red Sea area right now, as they were launching their planes up into the skies to carry out these airstrikes on the storage and these storage facilities and also command and control centers of the Houthis. Okay, so major strikes inside of Yemen to report again today. Looks like, the chaos is still happening down here in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden with the Houthis right now. U.S. CENTCOM still heavily operating down here and continuously having to launch strikes and trying to degrade the Houthis, but it doesn't appear to be working as the Houthis continue attacking ships and also attacking Israel at the same time. Okay, so very crazy situation that's continuing to unfold over here. So just be prepared for more updates in the future regarding Israel and the Houthis, as it looks like they're going to be the next target from Israel. So let me know what you think down below. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.